Hey guys, welcome back after your summer break. So 7 KD10. Looks like you guys have some good energy after the break. It's always nice to come back feeling strong. Just as a difference in Otto, and it gets better through the session, there's a difference in the way that Nadia and Otto do the slot on the block 10 here. Check this out. So as Nadia comes through, she is following Yora straight away. See that? She's cogging through and she gets parallel straight away as well. So there's a lot of move with the hips. Kind of the arm folds up against here and she ends up with this picture of being parallel. And means there's a lot of space for the front to come through. Let's just watch the one with Otto in that slot. See that? So there's a couple of things happening. One is it looks like you're going this way more, like side sliding through, whereas Nadia rotates and her arm comes back to the here as her head comes forward. So it's like the knees driving down here, allowing your head to go to there. So instead of being a side body, you're in a parallel picture, like a stair step, but almost like a compressed actually, with your head, Otto, very close to Nadia. And it means there's more space for the back pair to get through. And then at the end of the 10, Yora, on the back, both Yora and Matthew think, well actually it's Matthew here, think about bringing the hip to the close, and Yora, don't think too much about taking your hip to Nadia, because it can just, what it can do is it can just create a little bit of an angle like this, as opposed to keeping you, we want to keep Yora and Matthew parallel with each other at the end, so that this grip is closer and we're not reaching. The same thing that we said to Nadia at the end here is they're thinking about bringing the hip to the close rather than picking up the leg grip. Let's just watch for that as we go through the session. Very nice randoms there. There's another really good execution by Nadia of that slot. Otto looking way better on the B slot randoms. Okay, so that's a little better, Otto. Yeah. See how you're getting your hip through more, but try and allow your head up to here. Your hand slides down to your hip as you bring your head to here and you get your hips through. It'll just be a little bit easier for you. You won't have to lose your body position. And then here, I think you can see what I mean about offering this grip. I'm sure you're not trying to do it, but it's just a natural thing at the end of the block. What we should be doing is closing the center up. So as you come around, you're trying to offer your shoulder to Otto and the hip here and staying on this heading. Otherwise, as we do that, as we offer this hip, you can see how it takes that grip away. And that could also be Matthew as well, just at the end of the block, Matthew, as you're finishing the block, thinking about pushing this hip in. Yeah, really firing randoms, guys, loving it, especially the B slot. There we go, Otto, that's looking better. Yeah. Much more like it. Now you're keeping your body straight. You haven't got that curve trying to fit your body through the gap inefficiently. You're actually driving your hips through, getting your head almost up there with Nadia. And this is getting more pronounced at the end. Have you seen that? How what we want is just a 360. We don't want to over-rotate that piece on the back too muck because of what it does to the grips at the end. I'm just leaving my cursor there, so yeah. And the front pair, trying to keep this grip still. Okay, and actually, Otto, because we're trying to keep this, try and think about keeping this grip still. Maybe you guys remember when I debriefed this a previous time, I talked about this grip and this grip staying still. is if you have too much push through this way, this grip, watch it, it moves away from the center, and now we will need to take it back for the close. But when you, let's see if we can see Nadia doing it here. Yeah, the grip stays a lot more still. Watch this. As Nadia comes through, and actually when I'm doing this block here, it feels like my right hand is really loose. It feels like the power is all through the legs, because if there's any pressure in that grip, it moves the grip away from the center.